We're going to kick off the grievance games with a woman who just endlessly intolerable, Joy Reid. I think she's won like 8 gold medals on my grievance games. She's the gift that keeps on race baiting. In this episode, I've got 2 clips that prove she's still in the running for this episode's gold medal. And who can say the dumbest thing on camera? Let's start with this Substack live stream that she did with Wajahat Ali. I think I pronounced that correctly. He's the guy who nods along to anything anti-white, like it's gospel. Joy looks right into the camera and says that white people can't invent anything. She zeroes in on music. She drags Elvis and claims country music was stolen. And instead of pushing back, Wajahat eggs her on. Roll it.
They can't fix the history they did. Their ancestors made this country into a slave hell. But they can clean it up now because they got the Smithsonian. They can get rid of all the slavery stuff. They got PragerU. They can lie about the history to the children. They can't originally invent anything more than they ever were able to invent good music. We black folk gave y'all country music, hip hop, R&B, jazz, rock and roll. They couldn't even invent that, but they have to call a white man the king. Because they couldn't make rock and roll. So they have to stamp the king on a man whose main song was stolen from an overweight black woman.
Wow. See what I mean? So according to Joy, Elvis was a thief. Country music is fake, and white people's biggest achievement is mediocrity. Let's break this down. Was Elvis inspired by black artists? Sure. No, nobody's denying that. Many musicians are inspired by all other musicians. But inspiration is not theft. It's called music. Elvis brought the dance, the flair, the non-singing vocal style, the showmanship, the white suit. That's why he became Elvis. And if it was just all stolen, then white artists were successful with it because they transformed it, they adapted. That's how art works. Joy acts like music didn't exist before America 150 years ago. Have you ever heard of Celtic, Norse, Viking folk traditions? Bagpipes, drums, chants that could rattle the battlefield? How about classical music? Mozart writing symphonies at age 5, Beethoven composing while deaf? You think that came from a Memphis juke joint, Joy? Country? It came from European folk traditions, plain and simple. Don't even try. Joy cannot simply erase history just because it doesn't sell her newsletter. And then there's invention in general. Joy, if white people can't invent, then explain Edison and the light bulb, Bell and the telephone, the Wright brothers in flight, Fleming, penicillin, Jonas Salk, curing polio, Steve Jobs with the iPhone, Henry Ford mass-producing cars. Are all those stolen from Wakanda? This isn't bragging. I'm not bragging. It's just facts. Joy invents lies to fuel her racist narrative. That's what she does. She race baits. It's pure desperation. The reality is, the majority of modern civilization was built off of these innovations. It doesn't erase contributions from all other cultures. But to deny this outright is desperation. And it's exactly why people are sick of the race-baiting game. But it's all that Joy has left. As dumb as that was, Joy's second clip might top it. Joy says America is deporting black and brown people because white people don't want to compete with them. Jobs, military appointments, even university applications. I'm not kidding. Roll it, boys.
The people who now no longer have to worry about competition to get into Harvard and Columbia and Yale, or to get the jobs they want, or the military appointments that they want, or the jobs in the Trump administration that they want. They don't have to worry about competition from black and brown people because Stephen Miller and Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth from Fox and all the other people who are unqualified for their jobs are deleting all the blacks and the browns and making sure that they all get deported and locked up so that they don't have to compete and cannot compete with the people who, frankly, aren't qualified, but have the right complexion for the connection when it comes to MAGA.
Is she for real? This is unbelievable. So apparently the guy who crossed the border illegally last year is supposedly more qualified for college, the military, and a job than the citizens who've actually lived here, worked here, and paid their taxes here. And qualified for what? Joy? To cut the line? To break the law better than the next guy? This is her logic. They're all more qualified because you're just scared. It's unreal.